Most people believe rich people are rich because they earn more money. That belief is comforting, because if money was only about income, then all you'd need is a better job. But here's the uncomfortable truth. In the United States, millions of people earn over $100,000 a year and still live paycheck to paycheck. At the same time, there are people earning far less who quietly build wealth, freedom, and long-term security. So what's the real difference? It's not intelligence. It's not luck. It's not even opportunity. It's psychology. Because money doesn't disappear because of math. Money disappears because of behavior. And today, we're going to break down how wealthy people really think about money, why most people never escape financial stress, and how a shift in mindset can completely change your financial future. How people actually become rich. There are only a few ways people become wealthy. Some build wealth through their own skills, labor, and decision-making. Some inherit wealth. Some marry into wealth. And a very small number get lucky through lottery wins or sudden windfalls. But here's something important. People who build wealth themselves are the ones worth studying. Why? Because inherited money can be lost. Lottery money often disappears, but self-made wealth is usually sustainable. And the reason is simple. They understand money. Not emotionally, not impulsively, but strategically. They understand how money is earned, protected, grown, and managed. Without that understanding, even large amounts of money don't last. That's why so many lottery winners go bankrupt within a few years. Money without financial psychology is temporary. Money is a tool, not a toy. Most people treat money like a reward. I worked hard, I deserve this. I had a stressful week, I earned this purchase. I'll worry about saving later. Wealthy people see money differently. They see money as a tool to buy time, a tool to reduce stress, a tool to create options, a tool to gain freedom. That single shift changes everything. When money is a toy, you spend it for pleasure. When money is a tool, you deploy it with intention. Wealthy people ask different questions before spending. Does this improve my life long term? Does this increase or decrease my freedom? Does this add value or just temporary comfort? Most people never ask these questions. They spend first and think later. The real reason people stay broke. Here's a hard truth that no one likes to hear. Most people don't stay poor because they earn too little. They stay poor because they mismanage what they earn. Two people can earn the same income. One builds wealth, the other builds stress. The difference isn't salary, it's behavior. Wealthy people track their money, not obsessively, not emotionally, but deliberately. They know where their money comes from, where it goes, how much they keep, how much they invest. Most people don't know these numbers, and what you don't measure, you can't control. Needs versus wants, the dividing line. One of the strongest traits of wealthy individuals is their ability to clearly separate needs from wants. Needs: housing, food, basic transportation, healthcare, education. Wants: luxury upgrades, brand names, status symbols, emotional purchases. Most people blur this line. They convince themselves that needs are wants. I need a new car. I need a bigger house. I need to upgrade my lifestyle. Wealthy people resist this, especially early in life. They delay luxury not because they can't afford it, but because they understand opportunity cost. Every dollar spent today is a dollar that can't compound tomorrow. The power of living below your means. One of the most consistent findings from studies of American millionaires is this: they live below their means. Not just slightly below, often significantly below. They don't maximize lifestyle, they maximize margin. Margin creates safety. Margin creates flexibility. Margin creates investing power. Most people do the opposite. They raise their lifestyle to match their income. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it silently destroys wealth. Wealthy people don't play that game. They increase savings first, investments second, lifestyle last. Wealth is built with time, not excitement. Modern culture glorifies speed, fast money, quick wins, overnight success. Wealth doesn't work that way. Real wealth is boring. It's built slowly, consistently, patiently. Wealthy people understand compounding. They are willing to wait. They invest for the long term, often 5, 10, 20 years. They don't panic. They don't chase trends. They don't jump in and out emotionally. Most people want excitement. Wealthy people want results. Assets versus liabilities, the most understood idea. One of the most important mental models wealthy people use is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. Most people think their house is an asset. Most people think their car is an asset. But in reality, if it costs you money every month and doesn't generate income, it's a liability. Wealthy people prioritize acquiring assets first. They build income-producing systems before lifestyle upgrades. That order matters. Debt, used carefully or avoided completely. Wealthy people are extremely cautious with debt, especially Christmas debt, consumer debt, credit cards, luxury loans, high-interest financing. They understand that debt is a double-edged sword. Used wisely, it can build wealth. Used emotionally, it destroys it. Most wealthy people avoid unnecessary debt, pay credit cards in full, borrow only when it increases long-term value. They don't use debt to impress people. They use it strategically or not at all. Why status is the enemy of wealth. One of the most dangerous traps in modern society is status spending, buying things to look successful instead of becoming successful. Luxury cars, designer brands, oversized homes. Wealthy people are surprisingly immune to this. They don't chase validation, they chase independence. They would rather look average and be financially free than look rich and be financially trapped. Work, purpose, and wealth. Most wealthy individuals choose careers or businesses they genuinely enjoy, not because they love money, but because they value engagement. When you enjoy your work, you stay consistent, you improve faster, you create more value. Wealth becomes a byproduct, not the only goal. This is why many wealthy people work longer hours, not because they have to, but because they want to. Family, stability, and long-term thinking. Another overlooked factor in wealth psychology is stability. Studies show many wealthy people stay married, many live in the same home for decades, many avoid frequent major life disruptions. Stability reduces financial chaos. Chaos is expensive. Wealthy people design boring, predictable systems so their money can grow quietly. Warren Buffett, a real-world example. Warren Buffett bought his home in 1958 for $31,500. He still lives there, not because he lacks money, but because he understands sufficiency. He doesn't upgrade endlessly. He focuses on value, comfort, simplicity. That mindset is why wealth stays. Why most people never start. Here's the painful reality. Most people already know what to do. Spend less, save more, invest consistently, avoid bad debt. But they don't act, because action requires discipline, and discipline is uncomfortable. We want the destination, not the journey, but wealth demands the journey. Stop regretting, start designing. Many people look back and think, if I hadn't wasted money, if I had started earlier, if I had paid attention. Regret changes nothing. Design does.
Wealth begins the moment you take responsibility, not for the past, but for the future. Wealth isn't about becoming someone else, it's about becoming more intentional. It's not about deprivation, it's about direction. If you change how you think about money, you change how you use it. And when you change how you use money, you change your life.